In this video, I'm going to be asking rules. What rules? Roll credits. Well, hi YouTube, Brian James at Micro Four Thirds Guy with you once again, and I'm here at sunny Lagoon Bay near Paphos. It's absolutely gorgeous. I'll just give you a quick spin around. I'll just spin this around and let you see what I'm seeing. So just out of the outskirts of Paphos, and this is glorious. As I record this, it's mid-September, and the weather is absolutely beautiful. Let's take another swing back. But if you have a look at that scenery out there, you're going to find there's all sorts of shots you could take and all sorts of rules that you could apply to it. Spin you around again. So yeah, there's loads of shots you could have taken out there, loads of rules you could apply. You could be looking at rules of thirds. You could be looking at, you know, how you're using the lines, whether you're getting the lines to draw the eye to certain places. And we live our life by rules to a large extent, but I think that rules are probably the most stifling thing we have in photography. And I'm going to take my glasses off. Hopefully I won't squint too much because it's a very bright day today. But I do like to look at people's eyes when they're talking to me, and I think that you probably like to look at what I'm saying as well. So I've been taking out my little G100. I've had a real ball with it. It's really been good. It's been sitting in my pocket. It's got the 12 to 32mm lens on it. And I've been taking photographs, and it got me thinking, because I joined a Facebook group recently, which was called Photography Without Rules. I thought, great little idea, photography without rules. And it made me start thinking, well, what rules are there for photography? There's things that we impose on ourselves. There's, as I say, things like rules of thirds. Some things really do work if they're done on certain things. But for every rule that we've got, there is also another rule which is not that we can get around it and do something different. I take a lot of portrait photography. There's a lot of people say you can't take shots where your main subject's right in the centre because hang on, I'm in the centre here. Yeah, I'm in the centre of this. Maybe I should turn myself off to one side. No, I'll stay in the centre. Okay, well that's one rule broken. What do we do about the rest? Well, I've realised that as time goes on, we spend so much of our time talking about the rules, talking about what we can and can't do because somebody else has made this decision. Somebody's imposed a rule on us. I get all these things where we get people say, well, that's just a snapshot. That's not a proper photograph. That's a snapshot. What the hell is a snapshot? What is a snapshot? What are we using the cameras for? I mean, this is what really started getting me thinking over the last few days. And this idea of photography without rules, it's a great concept. Absolutely fantastic concept. Let's just go out and take a photograph of what we see. We'll not think about what the rule associated with it is. We'll just take a photograph because, well, I like that shot. I just like the subject. I want to capture the subject. I'm not really worried about the context around it because I want the subject. Or maybe it is the context that I'm after and the subject itself is of less importance to me. It's up to you. And we have all these people who tell us that's right or wrong, or you can or you can't do this. We have that in all aspects of life. But in photography, it seems particularly caustic at times. I watch an awful lot of other channels. I watch an awful lot of blogs, you know, just web-page blogs, of people in photography who say, oh, you can't do that. Or there'll be some video go up, even my own videos that go up, and they show photographs. And people on the comments, you can't do it, and that was wrong, that was wrong. You did this incorrectly. You shouldn't do this, or you should do that. And why? Who makes them the arbiter on everything which is right and wrong? And I've thought long and hard about it, as I say. And I've realised that some of the best shots I've got photography-wise weren't the ones that I keyed up all properly, and I thought about the whole context of things. They're the things which break back a memory. I saw a photograph of my father. My father's been gone from us since 1996, so my memories are 30 years old next year of my father. And I saw a photograph of my father the other day, And my immediate thought wasn't, oh, that should have been done that way, and that wasn't, the rule of thirds doesn't really come into this. What a bad shot at my father. I just thought, that's my dad. That's my dad. And that one little photograph, whether it was a good or a bad photograph, because it captured his image, brought back all those memories of my father, all that time from the day I was born all the way through to the day that he departed us. And, you know, from then to the modern, where I haven't had him with us. That one photograph, for a small period of time, made me think in a totally different way. And looking at the photograph, it was a snapshot. It was a holiday snapshot that I saw. It broke every rule going. There was nothing insofar as photography rules which fitted that photograph. And yet that photograph was so powerful. That photograph was so thrilling for me to see. That photograph was so moving. And if it had been a one which followed the rules, would I have enjoyed it any more? In some ways, I actually think not. Because it was that raw, natural photograph, that raw snapshot of a moment in time. My dad looked natural on it. It didn't look contrived. It didn't look set up. My dad looked how my dad looked to me. And that's caused me to go back and find some of my other photographs online of my family before. My mum died in 1988, almost 40 years ago. And the memories which were brought back by finding photographs of her were incredible. My sister, she's got a YouTube channel on her. I see her regularly on her YouTube channel now. She looks so much like my mum did just before my mum passed away. Well, before my mum took ill, should I say. Because my mum didn't look the way she should have when she passed away. But she looks like my mum did when my mum was at the prime of when I remember her. But that's not how I see my sister in memories. I see my sister in a different light. I've got photographs of my sister when she was a young girl. When we used to play together, I used to go out and play out and you know, when we were at school and things like that. I've seen photographs of her like that, and they're the memories I have. Yes, the current day one is my sister, but it's not the memories. And you know what? Apart from school photos, the actual, you know, the posed ones, none of them were posed. My dad did have quite a good eye for photography, but he didn't do a great deal with it. But he did have quite a good eye for photography. My wife has a good eye for photography, just naturally. She doesn't think about the rules. And maybe that's it. Maybe some people just have a natural way. They don't think about the rules, but it just does them. We all know that things like the rule of thirds does work well because it is something which just naturally works with our perception. We like things in thirds. We like things to be divided in that way. But we also like symmetry. But we also like shock. We also like spontaneity. We also like a whole load of things which aren't covered by the rules of photography, but they're just important to us as people. So I've been going out with this little G100. I've been having a ball actually because it's really small. I mean, you can see the size of it. It's tiny. Tiny little camera, tiny little lens. And I've got 3 cameras over here, my GX8, my G9 and my G100. And the G100, when I got over here, because I brought all those cameras over before I came over to live here properly. So they were here when I arrived. All my Olympus stuff is back home still. I may be bringing some of it over across this time. But I'd left all the other cameras at home. And I was using my GX85 more than anything else because I love that camera. But it is a bit bigger, it is a bit chunkier. And I'd left the little G100 in the room. If I wanted to do something properly, something really well, I'd take the G9 out. But I'd left the G100 in the room. The G100's my video camera. It's got an electric shutter, which I don't particularly like electric shutters. The viewfinder's very small. But I took the camera out, just in my pocket, just to try and reignite that fun of taking a photograph. But at first I was doing all this composition, all the rules, and I suddenly realised that the shots I was enjoying taking weren't the shots I was thinking about like that. Those shots that captured something. Now, I've received a lot of criticism about some of the photographs I put up here. I've also received an awful lot of compliments as well, so don't get me wrong, it's not a complaint. But when you get the criticisms over a photograph and they say, well, that's just a snapshot, and you think to yourself, well, maybe it is just a snapshot, but it's my snapshot. It's my photograph, it's my capture in time. Now, before I go any further, please consider, if you're not a subscriber to this channel, please consider hitting the subscribe channel, give me a thumbs up, and hit the little bell and tick all for notifications. I know I keep on harping about these things, but you've got no idea just how much of a difference it makes, not only to YouTube, but also to get outside sponsors and outside agencies interested in looking at my videos and promote my videos elsewhere. You do me a huge amount of service by doing that, for which I'm really eternally grateful. But also, if you would like to support the channel, you'll have seen there's been a QR code a few times up the top. I believe more people watch my videos on TV now than they do on computer, so it's difficult to see the details, the comments below. So there's always a link there for the buy me a coffee down in the link below. But if you would like to buy me a coffee, the QR code you've seen up there is an easy way just to point your camera at it if you can, and get to exactly the same place. And that's really appreciated. You'll also find that down below there is a link to my Patreon channel, and I really do appreciate those patrons. I haven't done a huge amount of content recently, but they've been incredibly supportive to me. And if you want to do that, there's a little link below. And these wonderful people are my Patreon patrons who kept my channel alive. Anyway, let's get back to the video. So I'm here at this wonderful little bay here, this wonderful little lagoon. And in a few minutes, I'm going to take the camera out and I'm just going to scan around like I did before. Let's have another scan as I'm talking. I'm just going to scan my camera around and I'm going to take some still shots. Just a couple. And I'm not going to worry about composition. I'm going to let the photograph shout for what they think is right. I'm going to point it somewhere and just hope that the photograph comes out and reminds me of what I've seen on this day. The gorgeous sunshine going down, the breeze that you can see on those parasols, the waves lapping up on the side, the sand over in the distance, and all the people walking by. If I can get some shots like that, those shots are not going to be worth putting up online. Were to put them up online, I'd get criticised. But that doesn't matter. The shots are mine. The shots are what I want to see. So next time you take your camera out, think about what you're taking the camera out for. Are you taking the camera out to please other people? There may be times you need to. If you're a professional photographer, you need to please a client. You have to shoot in a certain way. Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that you drop all rules altogether. That's not what I'm saying at all. But I'm on about when you're shooting for you. Do you take half the fun away by trying to work out what the composition is rather than just enjoying the actual being there at the time? I know for me, if I was to spend my afternoon trying to get wonderful compositions here, I would forget about all the really good things I'm seeing. And in 5 years' time, or 10 years' time, or if I manage to live that long, 20 years' time. I don't think I will manage to live that long, but then maybe we'll give it a go. I'd love to be able to pick those pictures up and have the memories of what I saw, not the memories of what I was doing composition-wise. I'd like to look at the parasols and just remember the beautiful blustering wind that I was getting, which was cooling down to 37-degree temperature. I'd like to remember seeing the waves crashing against the shore. Just that wonderful little noise that they make as they hit the shoreline and as they come up. I'd like to remember looking over the sand and seeing the way that the sun reflects off that, in a way that the camera is actually not going to capture, irrespective of what I do. I'd like to think of all the people who were walking past me, enjoying the holidays and having conversations. I'd miss all that if I was concentrating on all the photographic rules. So how about it? Let me know in the comments below. Do you always follow the rules? Do you always try to follow the rules? Are rules something we desperately need in photography, or is it only parts of photography, maybe when we're doing it for other people or for a profession? Are there other times we need rules? Let me know in the comments below. I'd really be interested. Now, if you would, as I said earlier on, like to be part of this channel, don't forget to subscribe and like. But until the next time, keep on taking your camera out. Keep on having fun with your photography. Now, if that means breaking a few rules now and again, break a few rules. You have my permission. Bye-bye.